Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's continue our journey into history, from the capture of Pandu to the operations at Chakothi. If you thought the capture of Pandu was the decisive turning point, think again. The story evolved, and Chakothi became the next crucial frontier. Located along the line of control, Chakothi wasn't just another outpost, it was a lifeline. Securing Chakothi meant blocking enemy reinforcements, controlling cross-border infiltrations, and ensuring the stability of earlier territorial gains. But capturing Chakothi was only half the battle, holding it was the real challenge. The terrain was unforgiving, steep hills, rocky paths, and freezing temperatures turned logistics into a nightmare. Supply lines were stretched thin, reinforcements took days, and enemy attempts to retake the position were relentless. Yet, the soldiers stood firm, knowing that losing Chakothi would mean losing everything they had fought for. This chapter teaches us a crucial lesson: small locations can have massive impacts. Winning battles isn't enough, you have to secure the gains, and resilience matters as much as strategy. Chakothi wasn't just a military position, it became a symbol of stability in chaos. From Pandu to Chakothi, this wasn't just about territorial defense, it was about shaping the destiny of a nation. Each decision, each outpost, and each soldier's sacrifice carried the weight of history. What do you think about this pivotal moment? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from history that shaped our world. The capture of Pandu was just the start. With Pandu secured, the focus shifted to Chakothi, a critical outpost along the line of control. The mission to capture it was assigned to Kumaon, an elite infantry unit known for its expertise in high-altitude warfare. Why Kumaon? Because this wasn't just any mission, it required precision, resilience, and the ability to operate in unforgiving terrain close to enemy lines. Supporting units, including artillery for suppressive fire, engineers to navigate the rugged terrain, and logistics teams for supplies, worked together to make this operation possible. The objective was clear: seize Chakothi, deny enemy access, and establish a stronghold to monitor and control the region. This wasn't just about land, it was about reshaping the balance of power along the line of control. Chakothi became a vital piece in the larger strategy to secure lasting stability in a contested region. The momentum gained from the capture of Pandu set the stage for the next critical phase, the push towards Chakothi. But the journey was far from straightforward. Kumaon, supported by specialized units, faced treacherous terrain and fierce resistance as they advanced from Mahura to Chota Kazinag and Pandu. This advance was a testament to their discipline and adaptability, with each secured position laying the groundwork for the assault on Chakothi. The Uridomal road became a key battleground, as the adversary mounted stiff resistance to block the advancing forces. Intense clashes required tactical maneuvers and artillery support to neutralize enemy strongholds. This road wasn't just a route, it was a lifeline for supplies, reinforcements, and communication. Securing it was essential to sustaining the entire mission and ensuring momentum toward Chakothi. These operations highlighted the challenges of high-altitude warfare, the resilience of Kumaon, and the strategic precision of the campaign. From traversing mountainous terrain to securing critical supply lines, this phase underscored the complexities of transforming tactical victories into long-term strategic gains, setting the stage for the eventual assault on Chakothi. The battle for Chakothi wasn't just about advancing, it was about countering a determined adversary. The enemy employed disruptive tactics to stall Kumaon's momentum. They burned bridges, cutting off supply routes and forcing engineers into a race against time to build makeshift crossings. They blocked roads, using explosives and obstacles to slow troop movement and expose them to ambushes. The most alarming signal? Increased enemy activity at Haji Pir Pass, a critical reinforcement corridor. This wasn't just defense, it was preparation for counterattacks. The clock was ticking, and Kumaon had to secure Chakothi before the adversary could escalate. Despite the challenges, Kumaon's resilience and resourcefulness turned the tide. The mission wasn't just about firepower, it was a contest of strategy, adaptability, and sheer determination. The capture of Chakothi was a multi-pronged effort, and Dogra's role was pivotal in setting the stage for success. Their mission? To seize the Salamabad feature, a strategically vital position offering a commanding view of the area and the operational mobility needed for the advance toward PT 7300. This wasn't just about taking ground, it was about gaining a critical advantage while denying the enemy a stronghold for counterattacks. The challenges were immense. The rugged terrain of Salamabad, with its steep inclines and narrow pathways, made movement treacherous, while the enemy had fortified the area, creating a near impenetrable line of defense. But Dogra rose to the occasion. They executed tactical flanking maneuvers, coordinated ground assaults, and leveraged precision artillery strikes to weaken enemy positions. Engineers worked relentlessly to carve pathways through the unforgiving landscape, ensuring the operation's momentum wasn't lost. The capture of Salamabad was a masterclass in planning, coordination, and adaptability. This victory not only set the stage for the final assault on PT 7300 but also demonstrated the resilience and ingenuity that defined the operations of 1947–48. The engagement at point 7300 was a turning point in the campaign, showcasing the grit and strategy of Kumaon in overcoming fierce resistance. This critical feature, with its commanding view, was heavily fortified by the enemy, who used the high ground and rugged terrain to their advantage, repelling early advances with precision fire and strong defenses. These initial setbacks highlighted the complexity of the operation but also provided vital intelligence on enemy positions and tactics. Learning from these challenges, Kumaon regrouped and launched a meticulously coordinated assault. Artillery units bombarded enemy defenses, disrupting their positions and weakening their lines. Meanwhile, flanking maneuvers encircled the enemy, cutting off escape routes and reinforcements. The assault was carried out in phases, with ground forces advancing under the cover of darkness, supported by engineers clearing obstacles and creating access routes. The final push was swift and decisive, overwhelming the enemy with precision and determination. The capture of point 7300 inflicted heavy casualties on the enemy, crippling their defensive capabilities and forcing them to abandon nearby positions. This victory secured a critical vantage point, boosted troop morale, and ensured the momentum remained with the advancing forces. It was more than just a tactical win, it was a strategic triumph that consolidated control over the region and paved the way for future operations. The battle exemplified Kumaon's resilience and adaptability, turning early challenges into a decisive success that defined the campaign. The arrival of 6 Rajputana Rifles was a game-changer in the campaign, providing crucial reinforcements at a time when the advancing forces faced fierce resistance and logistical challenges. Their deployment to the left flank, a hotspot of enemy pressure, was instrumental in stabilizing the line and ensuring the main column could advance without the risk of being outflanked or overwhelmed. Their firepower and manpower fortified the position, highlighting the importance of balancing defense with an aggressive offensive strategy. The enemy's tactics, roadblocks, counterattacks, and chokepoint ambushes posed significant hurdles. 6 Rajputana Rifles, with their tactical expertise and close coordination with artillery and engineering units, dismantled enemy strongholds, cleared pathways, and kept the momentum intact. Their adaptability in the dynamic battlefield environment ensured minimal delays while keeping the adversary on the defensive. Additionally, securing supply lines was a critical part of their mission. The enemy's focus on sabotaging transportation routes aimed to cripple the advancing forces through attrition. By safeguarding these corridors, 6 Rajputana Rifles ensured the uninterrupted flow of supplies, reinforcements, and communication, a cornerstone for operational success. The reinforcement by 6 Rajputana Rifles exemplified the synergy between strategy and execution. Their efforts not only bolstered the momentum of the operation but also reinforced the importance of timely reinforcements in high-stakes campaigns. Their role was a decisive factor in turning challenges into opportunities and ensuring mission success. The engineers and armored columns were the unsung heroes of the campaign, ensuring the advancing forces could maintain momentum despite the enemy's disruptive tactics. Faced with enemy-erected roadblocks designed to halt troop movements, the engineers worked tirelessly under dangerous conditions to dismantle obstructions and create alternative routes. Their ability to adapt and work under pressure was critical in preventing delays that could have jeopardized the mission. The destruction of bridges posed another severe challenge, threatening the supply lines and troop movements. Engineers, often working under enemy fire and mortar attacks, displayed exceptional bravery by repairing these vital structures. Using tactics like smoke screens and coordinating with armored units for cover, they ensured the uninterrupted flow of reinforcements and supplies, which was essential to sustaining combat readiness. Meanwhile, the armored columns provided the firepower needed to suppress enemy defenses and protect the engineers. Tanks and armored vehicles broke through strongholds, clearing the way for advancing forces and shielding critical operations. The seamless coordination between the engineers and armored units exemplified operational synergy, turning obstacles into opportunities. Together, these teams embodied resilience and adaptability, overcoming every challenge thrown at them. Their efforts weren't just supportive, they were the backbone of the campaign, ensuring the advance continued relentlessly toward the ultimate objective. Their bravery and resolve were pivotal in outmaneuvering the enemy's tactics and securing victory. The advance into the hills south of the Jhelum River was a critical turning point in the campaign, focusing on securing pivotal high points that would provide a strategic foundation for long-term control. The capture of Point 6430 and Point 7315 marked significant victories, offering Indian forces commanding views of the terrain to monitor enemy movements and respond effectively. These vantage points were not just tactical wins, they symbolized dominance over key areas, denying the enemy crucial strongholds. Securing the heights was just the beginning. Indian troops immediately fortified their positions with trenches, bunkers, and supply depots to withstand counterattacks and artillery fire. These defenses transformed the captured high points into impenetrable strongholds, ensuring any enemy retaliation was met with minimal losses. This rapid fortification was essential in consolidating gains and maintaining momentum. From these heights, the focus shifted to advancing further toward Chakothi. The elevated positions provided a strategic advantage, facilitating better coordination and precise planning for subsequent operations. With these strongholds, Indian forces were able to sustain pressure on the enemy while ensuring the path to Chakothi remained open. This phase demonstrated the importance of combining strategic foresight with swift execution. The capture and fortification of these high points were not just about gaining territory but about shaping the trajectory of the campaign. By controlling the high ground, Indian forces reinforced their dominance and ensured that Chakothi was firmly within reach. The escalating enemy buildup in the Chakothi sector demanded a swift and calculated response from Indian forces to secure this critical region. Chakothi wasn't just a tactical objective, it was the keystone of the campaign, vital for monitoring cross-border movements, curbing infiltration, and establishing long-term regional security. Losing it would have jeopardized earlier gains and allowed the adversary to regain momentum. The enemy, well positioned in key locations, presented a formidable challenge. Reconnaissance missions and intelligence gathering became essential, helping map out strongholds, defensive tactics, and supply lines. This intelligence formed the backbone of the strategy to neutralize enemy defenses and pave the way for Chakothi's capture. To sustain momentum, the 77 Para Brigade was deployed to Pandu. Renowned for their agility and expertise, the brigade brought a decisive edge to operations. Their presence reinforced Indian positions and enabled coordinated assaults on enemy fortifications in the challenging terrain. This deployment showcased the importance of adaptability and precision in a high-stakes campaign. The Indian response to the enemy buildup in Chakothi highlighted the power of coordination and strategic planning. By combining intelligence, reinforcements, and a clear focus on the mission's objectives, the forces ensured that Chakothi was secured. This phase was a testament to resilience and foresight, turning a formidable challenge into a decisive victory that reinforced the broader mission's success. The operations from Pandu were a pivotal phase in the campaign, setting the stage for the final assault on Chakothi. These efforts focused on regrouping forces, capturing key terrain, and dominating the road network, ensuring momentum and alignment with strategic objectives. At Pandu, forces were regrouped and reorganized to optimize efficiency. Command structures were streamlined for swift decision-making, and troop deployments were realigned to address tactical priorities. This coordination ensured seamless execution of operations, with units ready to tackle threats and adapt to emerging challenges. From this base, Indian forces launched targeted operations to seize critical terrain and transportation hubs. These victories denied the enemy access to strategic positions, disrupted their defensive plans, and provided launchpads for further advances. Every success weakened the adversary's capacity to regroup and counterattack, shifting the balance of power decisively. Securing the road network was equally crucial. These routes were the campaign's lifeline, enabling the movement of troops, equipment, and supplies. Indian forces cleared enemy roadblocks and ensured uninterrupted supply lines, maintaining operational momentum and providing a strategic edge. The operations originating from Pandu exemplified precision and planning. By regrouping, dominating key points, and securing logistics, Indian forces laid a solid foundation for the successful capture of Chakothi. This phase was a testament to adaptability and strategic foresight, driving the campaign toward ultimate victory. The capture of Chakothi was a defining moment in the campaign, a testament to the resilience, strategy, and determination of Indian forces. This victory denied the enemy a critical outpost, secured vital heights, and ensured control over cross-border movements. Despite fierce resistance and logistical challenges, Indian troops repaired bridges, dominated key routes, and fortified positions to solidify their hold on the region. Chakothi wasn't just a tactical win, it was a strategic turning point that ensured long-term stability along the frontier. This operation showcased the power of coordination, adaptability, and military precision, cementing Chakothi's place as a symbol of resilience and success in the annals of history.